We are live, ladies and gentlemen. It is Saturday night, November the 7th. It is 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. And we're live. We're rolling. We are on the internet. Super Art Fight coming at you live on Twitch. The greatest live art competition in the known universe continues on with season 1 of Super Art Fight Online. We are in week number 3. And, folks, it's been an interesting week. It's been an unprecedented week in a lot of ways. Unprecedented, not precedented, although we have been unprecedented in a way. More on that in a few. I do want to discuss it, though, with my friend and yours, Ross Nova. Ross, come on, join me, my friend.
Hello everyone at home. You want my thoughts on the 50 state strategy, or like progressives and what they brought to the table, and how institutional Democrats really need to reach out to them and include them in their strategy, or what? I mean, where you want to go with this?
There are a lot of places we could go. I'm not expecting you to have the really awesome board that's what's his name, Steve Nowacki has, or that Chuck Todd apparently gets network rights to, which is BS. Not really loving it myself, but it is what it is. What I did want to say was sort of multifold. One, thanks everybody for being patient. We were trying to be respectful of those who wanted to watch the Biden-Harris speech this evening. At the same time, we also have a show that we want to do. And we did not anticipate them taking a half hour to actually get to having people talk.
Yeah, but you know what? Like everything this week, it's taken longer than it should have, but it got where it needed. You know what? You can watch that crap later. You can...
yeah.
I don't know what to say. But I do want to say this, Marty. Thank you all so much for listening to us last week when we said you should get out there and vote.
Yes.
Clearly that turned the tides, and thank you to the hundreds of thousands of you in Philly who all came out for us.
Yes.
Or whatever.
For us specifically.
For us specifically, because we told you to last week and only then. But no, I do want to say this. I'm based out of Washington, D.C., and I was raking my leaves this morning, and suddenly I hear someone honking, and sometimes there's honking on my street, but not a lot. And I was like, oh, I guess the traffic's backed up. And then I was, my phone started blowing up, and I'm like, oh, that's why we're honking. Okay, great. And I had a rake with me. I was raking, and suddenly I found myself doing the Tuscan Raider dance of just, and it was the perfect moment. So, that's where I was. That's what I was doing. Some autumnal maintenance. And it was a good time. How about you?
To say where I was, I was literally on my exercise bike with my with my wrist buzzed, and I got the notification from Apple News that it was officially in the bag, which is a very good thing. I think everybody has a lot of different emotions about this and a lot of different thoughts. I know certainly just among us in the group, we've been talking and texting all week. What I will say is, at least personally, one of the big things in my head, one of the big moments I had was, oh, we might actually get to see people and do a live show before the end of the year next year. That was really my selfish takeaway.
I went through so many emotions because to get through this, man, we're getting real talk here. We will get to the show, I promise. Yes. But this is the good shit right here, and y'all are here for it. So I know for me and a lot of people I've talked to, in order to get through the time we're in right now, we have had to not look at it as like one more week or a little bit more, but to look at it as accepting that this is where we are and we're going to be here for a while, and just making the best of the situation we're currently in. And I really didn't realize how much I hadn't let myself even be hopeful about another side of it. You know, like I've really gotten away from like maybe end of next year, maybe this or maybe that. I was like, there's no traveling anymore, and maybe, you know, not even a maybe there will be. No, just that's it. This is life right now, and I don't want to think about anything past that. I can't let myself. And my wife today, sorry, my wife said like, well, maybe later next year we can blah blah blah. And I was like, oh wow, that might happen. I actually believe that might happen. There might be a time past right now, and that as a concept was wild to me, and I am here for it. So because the crowd went for it, I'll do it again. Just people in the chat, I need two things. I need you to clip Ross going, "That was wild," because that was amazing. And then, wild.
And then also, if we can get his Tusken Raider dance clipped, that would be fantastic. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with a show. We are doing an event right here tonight, live on Twitch. We hope all of you are doing well wherever you are currently set up. But we've got a great night of entertainment lined up for you, an incredible show. But if this is your first time watching Super Hard Fight, no, it is not us talking about politics for 6 minutes. It is actually a live show. And to explain to you how Super Hard Fight works, I'm going to go ahead and toss it to my dear friend Ross once again. Ross, what's going to happen here tonight? What's going on? Who are we? What's happening?
Who are we? What's going on? What's happening? Well, looking at the numbers in the chat, I'm talking to, I don't know, maybe 4 of you right now, because the rest, hi, thank you, welcome back. So glad you're with us. So let's start big picture. Super Art Fight is a live action art competition. You are going to see 3 bouts of art fight action. In each bout, there will be 2 artists. They will each have a starting topic, and they will have 20 minutes to cover the canvas with artwork. And then you, the audience, is going to be choosing the winner of the match based on how you vote for them via our Twitch poll, where everyone gets 1 vote. And I suggest that you use it because your vote matters. And all of that chooses the winners and the losers. But if that wasn't enough going on, every 5 minutes during the match, we like to throw a wrench in the gears called the Wheel of Death. The Wheel of Death is full of random topics generated by you, our audience, and then submitted to our website, superartfight.com. I love a pregnant pause. What can I say? So, all of that's been edited down, put together, and mashed up into a wheel, and you will see that spinning throughout the night. But if you want to submit topics for future wheels, for future shows, head on over to superartfight.com. Submit your own. You can do it right now and have a good time with it. Everyone gets 1 respin per match, which is something we don't normally say at the top, but I felt like it, so there it is. And also, all of that match structure that I just described, you're going to be seeing 3 times. 2 of those 3, the first and third match, are part of our round robin tournament for here at season 1 of Super Art Fight Online, which means that the winners and losers matter, because the winners will not move on because it's round robin, but have more of a chance at the Super Art Fight season 1 tournament belt trophy.
Ross, if I may, so we are building to, this is a 6-week long season. At the end of 6 weeks, you will see the top winningest artists collide to pick an overall winner. You will also see those with the worst records collide in order to choose sort of a last place winner. But folks, it's been very interesting taking a look at our standings right now. Maybe you've seen them posted on our social media, superartfight.com. Starting from 5 going up to 1, you got Stevie Speed 0-2 at the bottom. In the 4th place, shockingly enough, Baron von Sexyful 0-1. Red Erin right in the middle, 1-1, having had her first ever loss to Shoujo Agogo last week in this digital realm. 2, Bunny with 1-0, and at the top is Shoujo Agogo 2-0. This is her bye week, so you will not be seeing her on the show, but we've got a hell of a show planned. We're gonna have a main event, of course, of Baron von Sexyful coming back into the mix versus Bunny. We're gonna have non-tournament action as Wisteria takes on Rave Royale. Rave Royale popping up for the first time in this Super Art Fight Online season, and then coming up in just a few moments, we're going to have Stevie Speed going against Red Erin. It's a hell of a show, Ross.
Yeah, and for both Stevie Speed and Red Erin, they're each coming off of a loss one way or another. And so this is a chance for both of them to really redeem themselves in the eyes of you, the fans, and how they choose to do that is going to be very interesting. Also, I mean, I gotta say, coming out of last week, Shoujo versus Erin, what a match.
Yeah, absolutely incredible throwdown between two of the best super art fight has, period, whether in the digital realm or live on stage. They both have their dedicated followings. I don't think anyone, though, would have bet that Red Erin would have suffered defeat last Saturday night, so we'll have to see if she can bounce back here tonight. So with that, Ross, we've explained how it works. We've broken down the tournament so far. Do you think it is time to finally get this started?
Yeah, I'm reminded of that bit in Spaceballs where he just looks at the camera and goes, "Everybody got that?" Okay, let's move it. Let's get things started.
All right, your opening contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. It is part of the Super Art Fight Round Robin Tournament. And I would like to bring to the stage first, sponsored by the fine folks at Super Cola. This is Super Art Fight's resident race car driver, and darn if he isn't quite a peach to deal with. Folks at home, get ready for Stevie Speed!
Marty, what happened to integrity in this country? Is what I ask you. Winners and losers, it frustrates me when the wrong people win. That's what it comes down to here. And the way we have things set up here is just, it's not fair. It's just not fair the way things are set up, right? And I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated because of that. It's been a hard week, a hard, long week for me, knowing with my heart of hearts that integrity used to matter in America. And with the disheartening things we've seen this week, I just have to say it, the NASCAR playoffs are just not a great way of determining a champion. The season-long format was fine. There was no reason for this winner-take-all last race. It just doesn't work. Kevin Harvick had 9 wins this year. He gets knocked out in the second to last round. It's stupid.
Yeah.
The original format was great. There was nothing wrong with it, and it's all about entertainment now. And it's just, I miss the days when we had integrity. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, no disagreement here. Look, you're not going to find a single person in the Super Art Fight roster who would argue NASCAR with you, Mr. Speed. But I do have to say, talking about losses, talking about people trying to get back on track, you're coming into tonight 0-2. I've got to imagine the pressure is on for you. What are you going to do tonight to sort of set things right and get back on that winning path?
I'm going to do what I do best, Marty, and that's win.
All right, I've no doubt. But you've got quite a challenge in front of you. And to bring her out, I'd like to turn it over once again to Ross. Ross!
All right, coming next to the digital stage, she comes from a red state, and we do not mean Texas. In fact, she comes to us from someplace a little bit nicer. I don't know where I was going with that. Ladies and gentlemen, the nicest artists in Art Fight, give it up for Red Erin! Erin, you are on mute.
Right. Yeah, I got in trouble for being off mute earlier in the call. I'm really glad I'm going up against Stevie Speed, because if I was going up against producer Steve, he would be mad at me right now. But
no doubt.
Yeah. Fun fact, I moved to Maryland from Texas.
Oh,
really?
That is a fun fact.
Did not know that. I believed, and perhaps I'm wrong, my notes here say you're Russian.
Oh, well, yeah, moved to Texas.
Russia, Texas.
Well, and technically it's like the border,
like
right where Mongolia and China and Russia all meet, but close.
Got it. Erin, you tried week 1 coming out mean. You tried your best at some smack talk. Then you came back week 2 and apologized for all of it. How are you coming to us tonight? How are you feeling strategy-wise in terms of coming into the night?
I'm coming into this bout with a place of love and peace and happiness for the world. And so I just want to get out maybe some compliments this time. Stevie Speed, you're an excellent driver. Stevie Speed, you look really good in pink, actually. Stevie Speed, I really like your beard and your sunglasses. All right, I'm good.
All right. Well, we appreciate your efforts here to be a bit more friendly, but I think the question then is, of course, if that friendliness will extend to the canvas, which we'll find out. Producer Steve, if you could please send us to the canvas. All right, folks, we are looking at bout number 1. Stevie Speed drawing in pink, Red Erin drawing in blue, and each and every topic this week is going to be music related. As we've decided, we all got a little sing-song in our heart this week. Let's go ahead and roll with some music. So, Stevie Speed, your opening topic is indie music. Red Erin, you get novelty music. So, indie versus novelty. Mono e mono right here tonight. We're going to start this as we start all of our bouts. We're going to ask the artists individually if they're ready, and then we will count it down together. 3, 2, 1 art fight. So Stevie Speed, are you ready?
I am absolutely ready for this.
All right. Red Erin, are you ready?
My favorite, yes.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1 art fight.
All right, and they are off. Stevie Speed working in pink, while Red Erin working in blue. Much like a lot of this country, she's gone from red to blue, Marty.
Yes, she is starting in blue right here tonight, and we are going to get novelty music versus indie music. Basically, if I were to break down these topics, Ross, you would have 8-year-old Marty versus, let's just call it, modern day Marty. That's pretty much where we're at.
In which order, Marty?
Started on novelty, moved to indie, but you know what? I still have some love in my heart for novelty music, and I could be wrong, but on the indie side of things, is that Strong Sad that I'm seeing appearing on the canvas?
I do believe that is either Strong Sad or current day Michael Stipe. Put on a few pounds.
Oh, that's not nice. I just saw him on an episode of Song Exploder.
I was just trying to think of someone who had a shaved head, and I went Michael Stipe. I don't know why. Is this that one time that Strong Sad had a band? I think I remember that from that one Strong Bad email.
I think it might be, and I believe on the right hand side we have a hip hopopotamus whose rhymes are bottomless. From the pen of Red Erin.
Now, one thing I want to point out here about that hip hopopotamus, it seems to have the beginnings of a 6-pack, which is really hard for a hippo. Okay, because as we all know, 6-packs are made in the kitchen, not the gym, and hippos don't fit in kitchens, Marty.
Hang on a second. You're telling me riding a bike a shit ton this past month is not going to give me a 6-pack?
I mean, it'll help. But we'll get to Fitness Corner a little later.
Ross's Fitness Corner. We got a new segment. We need a new animation and everything.
Yeah, lats, what are they? As we get to the canvas, though, we've got Strong Sad appearing on the left. Strong Sad, arguably looking about as hippopotamus-like as the hippo is, just all told. You got
two absolute titans ready to collide on the canvas, Ross.
This is r/absolute units happening on the canvas, Marty.
And I suddenly understand why the hip hopopotamus was dropped, because of course, in that Flight of the Conchords song, we kick off with them calling out Steve.
Yeah, Steve Pachance. Steve. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And a very, very angry-looking Chuck Taylor All-Star has now appeared in the top right of the canvas, chucked at the head, get it? The hip hopopotamus.
Yeah, getting a little Kamal Harris kicks there in. I appreciate it. Yeah, I just want to really date this show. You know, like, when was this show recorded? I want to be able to know in the first 5 minutes based on everything we say.
Oh, and we've now got a baby appearing inside Strongstad.
Yeah, I believe Strongstad is pregnant with a small, strong baby. I guess that would be a sad baby? I don't know what to call it, really.
Yeah,
but
very hard to say.
There's a baby sloshing around in there. And also in a PS5?
Oh, yes.
It's Death Stranding.
Now
another one of
understand.
our emo contemporaries, Norman Reedus.
Yes, and the Funky Fetus. 1 minute.
Is that a Dr. Seuss book? Because it should.
No, it was the internet meme description of Death Stranding. I literally just quoted an internet joke at you, and it's the most it's made you laugh in years for
Marty,
me.
we've been doing it for over 10 years.
Yeah.
Why stop now?
But enough about what we do between shows. Come on.
Oh, and it looks like he's getting a boot to the head, Marty. Yet another novelty song being referenced. I always expected a boot to the head to be more about like a heel connection, but this seems to be more of like the pointy end of a boot really making contact. And Strongsad's eyeballs coming out. I literally thought his eyes were just commas. It's nice to know that they are in fact actual eyeballs, though they've now left his head, gone in opposite directions, and he's starting to look like the villain at the end of Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yes. Serious vibes there, but that's a 15-minute mark. Let's spin that wheel of death. 2 brand new topics coming in. Here we go. Let's see what we've got. Stevie Speed,
Hit
Red
that
Erin,
wheel
first
of death
time.
emote in the chat, gang.
We've got Stompadon for Stevie Speed and Barely Covered for Red Erin. We'll see if they want to take their respins. Stevie Speed, would you like a respin?
No, sir.
Keeping Stompadon. Red Erin, would you like to keep Barely Covered?
Sure.
Keeping Barely Covered. No respins used on this first go, so we're getting a shout out to Stompadon from the pink pen of Stevie Speed, whereas we're going to barely, with B-E-A-R, cover some things from the blue pen of Red Erin.
And now we've got Stevie Speed, who also, speaking of shout outs, added West Coast to the Hip Hop-opotamus's jacket. But now he's taking what started as our Chuck Taylor and he's adding details to basically turn it into Stompadon's head.
Very nice.
Considering that Stompadon's head is just basically take large object, add afro, put some goofy shit on it, call it a day, pretty much is working for me.
Not a bad way to go. Not a bad way to go at all.
While meanwhile, his opponent, Red Erin, working in blue on the left-hand side, taking what started as Strongstad, has been kicked in the head, part of Death Stranding 2 apparently, also pregnant, and now is turning it into a bear.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I'm not seeing any beards or flannel shirts, so I don't know how bearish it is, but we will give Red Erin her full period of time. And with 13 minutes in, we're inching our way towards the half, which means, Ross, I think it's time that we reach out to our dear friend, Ref Adam. Ref Adam, sir, are you with us?
Hello, Marty, Ross, Super Art family. How is everyone doing tonight? I'm out here on the great waters of Baltimore City, bringing you Super Art Fight, chat moderation, and other such things.
Yeah, real quick before you get into it, how are things on SAF Yopter 3, The Luminosity?
SAF Yopter 3, The Luminosity, seems to be holding her own on the seas here. I have been accosted by several dragon boats who have come up alongside of them. There's one now. Get out of here! Stop it! Hold on, I'll be right back. I will catch you guys in the next segment. I need to go get these ruffians off of my vessel. Hold on, stop that!
Okay, we'll check in with Ref Adam on SAF Yopter 3 soon.
Yeah, I hope he's okay. Ruffian sounded bad.
Yeah, you know, it does. It does indeed. But you know, he's on the high seas basically, even in Baltimore Bay. So I think even in the Inner Harbor, that's like I'd watch out for pirates.
Yes, undoubtedly. No disagreement here at all.
Okay, well, we have a minute and a half until the next spinning of the Wheel of Death, and we're getting our barely covered. Once again, another interpretation down below. This appears to be a woman holding up a bearskin.
I like it. Very nice. Very Jessica Rabbit-y is this lady.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting some Jessica Rabbit vibes there. Meanwhile, top right, Stompedon has been fleshed out pretty seriously by Stevie Speed. And, you know, we always ask this question of Art Fight. You know, obviously we don't know what the fans are always going to react to, but one thing that we like to use as a judge internally is always, when you step back, look at the whole canvas, what is your eye drawn to? Is it that starting thing? Is it one thing in particular? And when I look at this canvas, I see Stompedon now, you know? And
a very, very big Stompedon. And in fact, I just want to go ahead and say right now, Converse, if you're watching, if you want to throw out the Stompedon shoe, let's work it out, folks. Let's make it happen. Get those stompy kicks in the 2K21.
I'm all for it, Marty. Not for myself personally, because I don't know about you, but I have old man feet and need arch supports.
I'm not there yet, but there's only a year between you and I, so we'll see what happens. 3, 2, 1. 2 brand new topics coming in for Stevie Speed and Red Erin in this music-based battle. For Stevie Speed, you get your favorite D&D monster. Red Erin gets Nightmare Fuel. Stevie Speed, would you like a respin?
No, I'll roll with it.
All right, keeping your fave D&D monster. Liked the roll reference there. Very clever. Red Erin, would you like to keep Nightmare Fuel, or would you like something else?
Yeah, I'll keep it.
All right, no respin still used. So coming into that 5-minute mark moment, both artists will have an ability to sort of save themselves here.
Yeah, so, you know, your favorite D&D monster and Nightmare Fuel, those two might wind up being the same thing. We will find out.
Could be very, very similar, Ross.
Yeah, now, I don't want to jump to any premature conclusions, but judging what I'm seeing in the bottom middle of the canvas from Stevie Speed, I believe we're getting a gelatinous cube, Marty.
That does appear to be a gelatinous cube, and it appears to be devouring the head of the Jessica Rabbit-esque lady covered in a bear fur whole. Just absolutely devouring her.
Yeah, what I really appreciate about this is the way he's drawing it, where he's drawing it. We're kind of getting a time lapse of the gelatinous cube and its assault on this woman.
It could also at this point be Gwyneth Paltrow in 7.
Very
spoilers
possible.
For a 23-year-old movie, of course.
Yes, everyone knows in the movie 7, she was devoured by a gelatinous cube.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah, they're like, what's in the cube?
And turns out it was Mario Party. That's what was in the cube. And we do have what appears to be the world's largest
ball of twine.
Ball of twine up there in the top of the canvas. Red Erin, what spawned the large ball of string at the top?
It's technically only the largest ball of twine in Minnesota.
Aha.
Back to our novelty songs.
Going back to the novelty songs. Well done, well done. And it looks like your Nightmare Fuel is coming in as some sort of weird horse.
Well, it's a nightmare being fueled.
A nightmare.
There. Being fueled.
Yes.
I'd imagine Stevie Speed's pit crew may be taking some issues with the way that this is being handled, but it looks like Stevie Speed coming in and is adding racing numbers to it, making it a part of the Super Cola team with 7 minutes and 15 seconds to go.
Marty, I would like to make a quick correction before you go on. That is the 76 Fuel logo, just so we're making sure we're using an official brand.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as someone who grew up in the Midwest, I recognize that Fuel logo. And also it's behind Stevie Speed's head in our in our thumbnail, so that's helpful as well. Anyway, we've got our Stevie Speed tagging it as official nightmare fuel of Super Cola, I believe.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah, so Stevie Speed once again adding yet more capitalism to the canvas. And at this rate, it's only a matter of time until logos for various things just appearing on top and all over the gelatinous cube.
You know what, Ross? Now that the possibility of us doing live shows again doesn't seem like such a faraway possibility, if I may write down that we need to have a show called Capitalism to the Canvas, where we just basically fill the Wheel of Death with sponsors.
I am into it. You know what? Until we finally manage to get capitalism under control, we might as well just go for it whole hog. Why not?
Yeah, just embrace.
If it's
the
gonna
whole
run
thing.
amok, let's aim to be on the right side of that bubble. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Just have people pay like $2 or $3 to get their ad in the mix. It might pop up. Let's just roll with it. I think it's the way to go.
I am here for it. Did I tell you about my script for a movie I'm working on where there's this asteroid that they think's worth $10 quadrillion and people are talking about trying to mine it, and I'm like, that's what's gonna kill us. Trying to mine an asteroid, bring it to Earth, and then kill Earth in the process.
Ross, with 10 seconds to the next spin of the wheel, I just really want to throw out real quick. That's kind of the plot of Avatar. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final spin. Here we go.
Did you say
Stevie
Avatar
Speed,
5?
Red Erin, respins in the mix. Dumpsters and Dragons for Stevie Speed, and Aliens Pretending to Be Normal for Red Erin, written in a very Prince-esque style.
I was gonna say, Red Erin's topic looks like it's a hip hop song in the 90s.
Stevie Speed, would you like a respin on Dumpsters and Dragons?
No, sir.
No, sir. All right. Red Erin, would you like a respin on Aliens Pretending to Be Normal?
No, I'm good.
Okay. No.
All right, no
interest
respins.
None. Both artists just taking what the Wheel of Death gives to them with 4 minutes and change in this, your first bout of 3 here tonight, as we run a little later than usual here tonight. Not a single respin. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, Marty, that's pretty rare even for these online matches. I assume it's due to just the level of comfort that our artists feel, but I gotta chalk it up to a lot of confidence on both their part, to just really take what they're given and run with it. And I hope our audience, as the people that are really going to be deciding tonight, take note of that and factor it into their decision, Marty.
Yes. And credit where credit is due. Stevie Speed getting Dumpsters and Dragons just after having that D&D monster topic, taking his gelatinous cube and turning it into a gelatinous dumpster right there in the center of the canvas. Very, very nice move there. And our Aliens Pretending to Be Normal. We have an illustration of Bunny, who you'll be seeing in the main event here tonight, down in the lower left part of the canvas. That is gosh darn adorable. Hats off to you, Red Erin.
Thank you.
So now here on the canvas, we've got Dumpsters and Dragons, and he has turned what started as a gelatinous cube, which is in of itself a D&D thing, and now drew a dumpster exactly around it. Mm-hmm. So it's a topic in a topic without taking up really any more space. That is like a 100% perfect fit. We've got r/perfect fit now.
And Ross, shockingly enough, almost 100% the exact sentence I had just said before throwing it back to you.
Yeah, I know, but I loved it. And so I wanted to say it myself. Also, I really had to pick on someone in the chat. So all of those things had to happen. But, you hear a lot about dumpster fires. It's really nice to see dumpster acid. Nice change of pace.
Yes. Very nice change of pace here as we've got just about 2 minutes remaining in our opening contest. these artists started big, started strong. But what is most interesting to me is, even with all of the topics that have been thrown out onto this canvas, how clear and how clean the artwork is. We've seen a lot of that in this online season. It's as if the never-ending off-season Ross acted as an appetizer to the main dish that is this online season.
Yeah, and we saw all our artists getting a lot of time to kind of figure out what was going to work, as we, as a format, figured out what was going to work. And now we've seen a lot of interesting moves. I mean, obviously, Art Fight's been something that's been going for over 10 years, and there's been a lot of strategies that we've seen implemented, but there's always something new. And we saw it last week and the week before as people were kind of extending the top and bottom graphics on the screen into the artwork, or trying to kind of comment on them. We also obviously working in a digital format that's giving some more options for how small to work, how on top of something to work, and also from the artist's perspective, to zoom in, zoom out, and pan around and work on that. And it's always something new, and that's what always makes it so interesting. Now here in the middle of the canvas, we've got our alien pretending to be normal.
Yes.
Just kind of peeking in.
Well, Ross, it's peeking into the gelatinous dumpster, but more importantly, what it's saying, I don't know that it really flies as normal, indicating that it is a freegan.
Yeah, all freegans are aliens. Not all aliens are freegans, but literally everyone who is a freegan is in fact an alien.
And we're at
I mean
3,
from another planet.
2, 1, caps on markers. That's an art fight. As we wrap up our first bout of the evening, the 0-2 Stevie Speed colliding with the 1-1 Red Erin. We're going to go ahead and pop up the vote in the chat in just a moment. You fine folks at home will decide, will Stevie Speed, who drew in pink, win, or will it be the blue drawings of our Red Erin? The poll is up right now and will be up for the next 3 minutes. So let's check in with the artists as they did. Ross, let's check in with you and Stevie Speed.
Oh, well, thank you for checking in with me. I thought it was great. Oh, you mean with Steve. Got it. Okay, great. Stevie Speed, you got a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. How you feeling about how much Dungeons and Dragons you got?
Well, Ross, I know Gelatinous Cube. I know Wizards of the Coast. I got those in. I tried to draw a beholder. I don't know what a beholder looks like, but there's a trash beholder down there.
No, I got it.
I got. But you know what? I'm pretty happy with how this canvas turned out. I don't think you guys caught on, but I did turn the hippo into Wisteria to complete the Gods and Monsters duo. So, but yeah, I'm happy with how this one came out. It's, I took it easy tonight, unlike my usual nature, but I think it helped out with the drawings.
And we are glad you did. All right.
Wait, hang on a sec. I forgot I'm supposed to be a heel. I hate you guys.
No, fair.
Cool.
Fair.
Thanks.
Fair. Much appreciated. And with that, on the other side of the canvas, we go from one of the grumpiest members of Super Art Fight to one of the nicest. Red Erin, you are coming off of the shocking first ever loss for you in the digital realm. What were you doing to sort of change your mindset here in this bout?
Well, definitely I'm sort of recentering, focusing on positivity, and I feel like we finally arrived on some days where there's a little breath of relief and we can all be positive, and I really hope that came through tonight. Like Stevie Speed said earlier on, that he just wanted to relax and get some fun art out. I felt the exact same way, and I'm really pleased with this mishmash here.
Yes. Well, the other thing I want to talk to you about, Stevie Speed had himself a lot of D&D based topics. You're a big D&D fan, of course, being part of our Super Art Fantasy every single week and that sort of thing. Were you finding yourself
Thursday
jealous watching Stevie Speed get to sort of run the canvas with all things D&D?
I will say that I was like, okay, he got that first one. Lucky duck. Then the second one came up, and yes, I am definitely a little bit jealous. I do think that there was at least some opportunity to make some of those look like aliens trying to be humans. So there's a little bit of synergy there too.
Nice, very cool. Now, anything you want to say to the audience at home before we wrap this up?
Just that I'm looking forward to joining you guys. I've been missing y'all, and we'll join the chat shortly.
Awesome, very cool. All right, producer Steve, let's find out who won this bout here tonight. Stevie Speed takes the win. He moves to 1-2, while Red Erin also goes to 1-2. Ross, I can't believe it. The tail end of this round robin tournament is getting more and more interesting, but let's check in with the victor. Maybe he will be less of a dick to us. Let's find out. Stevie Speed, how you doing, sir?
Oh, hell, Marty, I'm feeling great. I just want to thank my guys, my team, my sponsors, everyone behind me. Super Cola, that's the only sponsor I have, but it feels great to get this win against someone like Erin. It's a great competitor. Really makes me feel like like an underdog, even though I shouldn't be an underdog because I am the greatest art fighter there is. But even so, Erin's record speaks for itself. Kind of wish I could have gotten the first win against her, but that was stolen from me by Shoujo Ogogo, and I will have her head for it. This feels great. I know my fans were looking out for this one. They knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. My sponsors knew it was coming. I'm much less likely to be fired now. My debt will go paid, I hope. It really just feels great to finally get this W. And once again, just want to thank Super Cola. I'm going to fake taking a drink of it now because, again, this is the only prop soda I have.
Okay. All right. Any plugs that you want to give out besides, of course, Super Cola?
Follow me at twitter.com/SABoyland for all of my NASCAR takes, which you will not understand.
That is accurate. I can confirm. I do not understand them, and I do follow it. All right. Well, thank you so much, Stevie Speed. It was a pleasure to see you dazzle the canvas tonight. Marty, before we move on, I got to say, Red Erin, undefeated online for the entire never-ending offseason. Now, 2 losses in a row. What happened to Red Erin?
I don't think anything happened to Red Erin. I think, losses are inevitable.
You just given up entirely? What no, I'm kidding.
Okay, because that is something that I will not accept. I bring 110% to every match. Thank you very much. But no, I'm myself actually very highly a Stevie Speed fan, so I could not be more happy right now.
Would you say he's your absolute favorite?
Absolute favorite?
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's too hard to pick. I am definitely rooting for him in this round robin.
All right, so he's not your favorite. Got it. Thank you very much, Erin. So happy to have you.
Note received. Red Erin, if I'm taking anything away from this, Red Erin, happy to be here, but likes people more than Stevie Speed. There we go.
Yeah, that's right. Erin, anything you'd like to plug before we call it?
Oh my guess. Twitch.tv/superartfight, where you can find my art. And also speaking of D&D, we do D&D at Thursdays here. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
there we
tune
go.
in for that. It is a fun time. All right, and with that, we will move right in to our next match.
Oh, not just yet, Ross. We've got housekeeping to do.
Oh, great. Let's clean it up.
Yeah, I mean, we got plugs and stuff, right? So the home of all things Super Art Fight is, of course, superartfight.com. We are everywhere on social media. Your Twitters, your Facebooks, your Instagrams. I think we have a Snapchat that we haven't updated in well over 3 years, but all of it is at Super Art Fight. If you want to support us here at Super Art Fight, there are multiple ways you can do so. You can subscribe to this very channel, which, of course, helps continue on things with the show. It gives you access to the emotes, all that fun stuff. You can also support us on Patreon, patreon.com/superartfight. That gives you access to monthly behind the scenes videos, gives you access to our Discord. You can buy all sorts of Super Art Fight swag at superartfight.etsy.com. And really all things Super Art Fight is superartfight.com. That's really where you need to go. That's where you got to check out all the good stuff. We love and appreciate every little bit of support that you give us. It helps us sort of keep the lights on and keep things moving until we can do live events again. And by God, we cannot wait to do them. But yeah, if you like what we're doing here, if nothing else, just follow us here on Twitch. We're going to be here every Saturday night for the next few weeks. Please come on out and watch us every single Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, unless, something crazy goes on in the world outside.
Yeah, unless there's a speech breaking in, because apparently we're NBC. Anyway, before we go into it, though, I do want to mention, because I know we say support us on Patreon. Of course, we want you to do that. But what are you going to find there? And one thing that we've been doing recently, and we plan to keep doing for the foreseeable future, what happens a lot of times when we are prepping for Super Art Fantasy or for a show like this is we all sign on early and make sure everything's working before we go on. And we've been recording those, and because we find the weirdest conversations tend to happen in those calls. So if you want to hear some really wild behind the scenes stories of just goofy stuff and this and that, I'm not even going to try and explain it. I really recommend you go check out our Patreon, sign up, log in, and check that out.
Yes, indeed. All right, and on that, let's roll on into our next bout, which is non-tournament action with two of the best in Super Art Fight. It is, of course, scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. I'd like to bring to the stage first. She is the Mistress of Ceremonies, a one-woman dance party. She had some of the best bouts during the never-ending off-season, and we cannot wait for her to bring the pain here in the online season. Pull out your slide whistles and get ready. This is Rave Royale.
Hello, darlings. How are you doing tonight?
Rocking the Geordie LaForges. I like it.
Thank you. You know what? It was an evening I figured I would have to doll up for, because I can't actually remember if I fought Wisteria before in Super Art Fight Combat. So I've heard a lot about her, and I have prepared something, which I think will make us friends, which is what I want, I think. I hear she likes friends.
She does like friends. She's very pro-friend.
I did indeed get sparkly stick-on earrings, because I don't know if she has pierced ears or not, but I figured we could do our toes, have a sleepover, things like that. And you know what? These are great. And there's a flower.
I love it. In fact, I think 1 week in between seasons here, we should probably do a Rave Royale and Wisteria up all night girls slumber party event. I think that's going to be a great stream we should do. I'm just throwing it out here now. I think we should make it happen.
Yes, please. Oh my
goodness. Well, that's a great way to start an art fight, by having absolute happy fun times put out there. But Ross, Rave Royale's got an opponent. If you could bring her out, please.
Yeah, hailing to us by way of Mount Olympus, a nature goddess in her own right. Ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else as well, it is my pleasure to bring to the digital stage Wisteria.
Hi, Marty.
Hi.
What's going on?
Oh, not much. You seem like you're having a good time.
Well, yesterday I celebrated my existence into this universe.
Oh, that's so fun. And how long have you been in the universe?
There is no actual number for the age I am, but comparatively in your Earth years, I would be about 27.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I even I didn't have a cake, but I did like this candle, and I blew it out. Celebrate.
Oh, yay. Did you make a wish?
And it was to be super best friends with Rave Royale because, she's the party goddess, and I saw she got really cool stickers and wants to have a sleepover. I'm really excited.
All right. And as kind of a nature goddess, what is your take on stickers and sleepovers?
As long as the packaging is biodegradable and as long as I never take the stickers off so that they can't harm the universe, then I'm like totally good.
Great. Glad to hear it. All right. Well, with that in mind, producer Steve, if you could take us over to the canvas.
All right, Canvas is coming up, Ross. We've got, again, 20 minutes on the clock here as we continue with our musical theme. Wisteria in green colliding with Rave Royale in purple. We are going to have a musical battle, as it is the new age of musicals colliding with old school musicals in this all musical format, wherein Ross and I find out how many or how few musicals we actually know. All right. I'm going to start this as we start all of them. Ask the artists if they're ready, and then count down together. 3, 2, 1, art fight. So, Wisteria, are you ready?
Yeah!
Rave Royale, are you ready?
Woo!
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, art fight.
All right, Wisteria working in green, already starting on the left-hand side, drawing new musicals. Meanwhile, on the right-hand side, working in purple, Rave Royale, drawing an old musical. So new versus old, musical versus musical. So far, we just got mouths, Marty. So we'll see how that comes
I would
together.
say those are two of the most important things that are needed for a musical. And I think our new musical is starting on the left. Yes, last week was Halloween, but that doesn't mean we can't get spoopy. I believe that's one of the sandworms from Beetlejuice, which was a musical fairly recently.
That would make sense, Marty. It's funny because I kind of thought both of them were Little Shop of Horrors. So
Well, I do believe that's what we've got going on the far right side. As we are getting the plant in the mix. I wanted to say the plant's name was Seymour, but no, that's the name of the person who feeds him.
It is Audrey.
It's Audrey. Audrey, yes.
Audrey too.
Yes.
yes,
So-
thank you, Rave Royale.
Much appreciated. I see the chat is throwing it out there as well as we get Beetlejuice v. Little Shop here on the canvas. You know, Ross, they're talking about making a new movie version of Little Shop of Horrors.
Why not? Well, of all the things I know that's getting remade, why not that one?
Yeah. Can't argue with that one.
Who's directing? Is it Rob Zombie?
You know what? I would love a Rob Zombie version of Little Shop. I would be way into that.
Actually, what I'd love, Ted Raimi. No joke. I think Ted Raimi.
Ted Raimi?
Yes,
So Sam
the
Raimi's
brother of
brother?
Sam Raimi. No, I meant Sam Raimi. But no, I think Ted Raimi. He steps out from his role as a midline character actor, and instead just
Works
goes for his directing.
exclusively in his brother's movies.
Exactly. No. Sam Raimi. I think Sam Raimi. Just get the whole Raimi clan in there. We get some real cut zooms. They always feel a little bit like a musical anyway. I bet we somehow get Tobey Maguire involved. Maybe he kind of has a jazz dance scene.
Yeah. Make him the dentist that Steve Martin played. I think that's a great way to do it.
Why not? So we've got old musicals and new musicals here on the canvas. Wisteria working on Beetlejuice and Rave Royale working on Little Shop of Horrors.
You know, Ross, we were talking about the growing friendship here on the canvas between Rave Royale and Wisteria, and I think we're seeing it in real time as we've got some serious tongue-on-tongue action to kick off this opening round.
That is a lot of tongue-on-tongue action, and I think we're cool to show that at 9:30 p.m. Eastern.
The West Coast folks may not agree. Let alone
the West Coast. Yeah, but I just checked. The West Coast folks are into it.
Let alone the Australian folks. That was a fun lesson learned when we played PAX. Yeah.
They got some feelings, Marty. They got
do.
some feelings down there in Australia.
They do.
Now, as our we have a meeting of the tongues.
Yep, right there in the center of that canvas, as we've got 1 minute and 20 seconds until the first spin of the Wheel of Death. Of course, everyone has a respin at the start. They only get one per match. Last match, we saw no respins used, so we'll have to see if Rave and Wisteria continue the trend or if they get some topics they don't love quite so much.
1 minute until the next spinning. With 1 minute to go, Marty, I have to ask.
Yes.
Will you be deploying your spot-on Beetlejuice impression tonight?
I mean, I might. Well, we'll have to see what happens.
All right, man.
Hey! Whoa! Whoa!
Come on!
Come on! My Beetlejuice is basically just Michael Keaton asking if you want to get nuts. That's really all it is.
I mean, why not? I definitely, multiple times over the last 6 months to make jokes for myself, will be like, I'm going to the pantry. You want me to get you some peanuts or something? Oh, sure, I'll take some peanuts. Let's get nuts! Like, definitely just gone for it. Gone full Keaton, just grabbing something from the old pantry. Why not?
And we've got the
20,
spinning of the Wheel of Death right here. 2 brand new topics coming in. Wisteria getting Krav Maga, and Rave Royale getting Make It Hairy. Good lord. Wisteria, would you like to keep Krav Maga?
Yes.
Okay. Rave Royale, would you like to keep Make It Hairy?
Yes, I will.
I don't get the sense that Wisteria was ready for Krav Maga as a pun tonight, judging by her response.
Krav Maga feels like it would be a movie in the BoJack Horseman-verse.
It does. It also feels like it would be like, I don't know, Toucan Sam's next big act.
Yes. Yeah, he's out of the serial game. He's entirely in the self-defense game now.
Yeah. Follow my nose. But you weren't watching my feet. Yeah.
So dumb. I love it. 13 minutes, 49 seconds remaining in this bout 2 of 3 here tonight. Ross, we're having fun here tonight. We're having fun.
We sure are, Marty. Down below, we've got Krav Maga coming in. I wanna hear what sound you think that macaw is making.
Well, based on my understanding of how Krav Maga works, which is namely you grab a limb and yell Krav Maga, I'd assume he's just simply going Krav Maga.
So, to interject, fun fact, I have one of my best friends actually does Krav Maga, like, in real life, and does mace training, so, like, just get ready here for, like, this. Apparently, it's a real thing you do in this.
Oh,
all right.
And by mace training, you mean a medieval-style mace, which is what we're getting here at the bottom, but at the top, we're getting another bottom as a full cat butt is... Man, our... Basically, Super Hard Fight devolved into hardcore pornography so fast. I didn't even notice the transition.
Sorry to our Australian viewers. That's all I want to say. But yeah,
producer Steve throwing out some comments in the lower right-hand corner.
But we appear to have what I can only describe, Marty.
The special edition.
Yeah, rated X, as it turns out, for the cat butt itself.
As opposed to rated Asterix, which would probably be a little bit more on brand for the cat butt.
Yeah, Asterix is just the special, like the pop-up video special edition version, where it just gives you footnotes, but the footnotes are just, a butthole appears.
We are seeing the Twitter. We are seeing the Twitter rumored butthole cut come alive right here, right now.
That's right. The BHC making its way onto the canvas. While meanwhile, our Krav Maga down below, Rave Royale's jumping in on that action and looking 20% more blood curdling in a way that, kind of takes that Krav Maga from how I felt at the beginning of this week to how I felt at the end of this week.
No doubt, no doubt. Now, someone who's definitely having a good week this week has to be our man hanging out on the SAF Yachter. Let's go ahead and throw it to Ref Adam. Ref Adam, how you doing, sir?
Pretty good, Marty Ross. Just hanging out on the SAF Yachter 3, the Luminosity, if you will. I've revved the engine up to 600% to outrun the hooligans on the Dragon, Heart, and other various paddle boats who have been accosting my vessel for the past 45 minutes. But now that I'm at a brisk pace here in the Baltimore Harbor, everything seems to be going well. I see that we have been doing a musical themed bout, and I must say, as a man of culture, I have no idea. I don't watch musicals. I don't listen to musicals. I don't anything. So please send me some musicals. How do I get into this fantastical thing?
Throw your recommendations into the chat, folks. We've got Ref Adam. He's standing by. We'd love to give him some suggestions. And we've got 13 seconds to the next spinning of the wheel of death. And it looked like the canvas reloaded for half a second. I don't know what happened there. Ref Adam, we'll check in back with you in just a little bit. 1 and 0, 2 new topics coming in from the wheel of death. Wisteria, you get JoJo's Average Adventure. And Rave Royale getting Crate Dragon Ball Z. Wisteria, would you like a respin?
Yeah.
Tossing away that JoJo, that could hurt you there. Rave Royale, would you like a respin?
No, I do not.
Keeping the Crate Dragon Ball Z. Needs more birds goes to Wisteria, as she basically describes what the average critique of an Etsy page is. Ross.
So, we've got Cousin It now in the middle of the canvas.
Yes.
With, we've never really seen Cousin It billowing in the wind. I always wondered if we did, what's kind of the inner skeleton to Cousin It?
If we would see more of the shape, if you will.
Yeah. Are we just going to see legs sticking out from a head like it's a Fry Kid? Or what? But, the mystery remains alive. Now our Crate Dragon coming in right above that. But I do appreciate that Rave Royale not just drew Cousin It, but also drew his beaker-like catchphrase.
Yes.
Singing. Exactly. Cousin It, probably my favorite part of Addams Family movies.
I would agree if it were not for the Mamushka.
Marty, you're so fun at weddings.
I am. It's a shame you didn't get to have yours with people. I would have thrown many a sword at you.
Yeah, well, coming to you in 2022, Wedding Part 3, this time it's personal.
So we've got our first bird, well, minus the macaws, of course, coming in. First birds, plural, coming in, as we've got all sorts of, they look like
5 birds.
They look like the infamous Super Art Fight ducks, Ross.
Yeah, that's right, Marty. Well, as you may know, the bird is a type of duck.
Oh, and great news, Ross. Next week, I get to throw swords at you.
You do, all the way from Baltimore.
Yeah. I've got to really, really work on my distance.
Yes, you do. So, up top middle of the canvas are Crate Dragon Ball Z, appearing from the pen of Rave Royale. For those not familiar with the Crate Dragon, it was in episode 1 of season 2 of The Mandalorian and is a Star Wars thing.
Yes.
In short, it is a Star Wars thing.
Oh, and that reminds me, Ross, I did not get a chance to say so. 2 episodes into Mando, let me tell you, the best part of this week's episode had to be beyond the
Oh, Marty, once again, your audio seems to have cut out right as you were beginning to describe the intricate details of the episode of The Mandalorian.
And then Baby Yoda, he has this look on his face, and it's so great. He just looks at Mando, and he's all...
Oh, I'm sorry, Marty, but it seems to have cut out once again. Oh, well, I guess everyone will just have to ask you later. Or watch
And then the
Mandalorian
credits
yourself.
played, and I think it was a good episode this week.
Couldn't agree more. Thank you so much for that in-depth take on The Mandalorian, Marty.
Hey, anytime, man. That's what I'm here to do.
Marty, we got a lot more birds now.
All the birds, it appears. And we are getting, I believe, a version of... is that going to be Bulma over there in the left, Ross? I'm thinking with our crate Dragon Ball Z.
I'm going to just go ahead and ask Rave Royale on this one. Rave, we getting Bulma over there on the left?
Well, as much as I love Wisteria, she threw away a wonderful topic that may or may not be related to a bizarre adventure. So I'm drawing my best girl, Jolene.
Okay, so we're getting some JoJo's Average Adventure over there on the left-hand side from the pen of Rave Royale, taking her opponent's thrown away topic and drawing it for the audience. So if you're a JoJo fan out there, this one's for you. Marty.
Now, my understanding, while Jolene may be Rave Royale's best girl, our very, very dear friend Dolly Parton, not as much a fan. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final topics. Let's do this thing.
You know, I saw where that joke was going. In slow motion, like a deer in headlights. I just couldn't move away fast enough.
Ross, let me throw out what these topics are, friend. Wisteria, you get to draw your favorite movie. Rave Royale, you get Mascot Mayhem. Rave Royale, would you like a respin on Mascot Mayhem?
I would, darling.
Tossing away Mascot Mayhem. And you get the Mothman of the Hour.
Yes! That's the one I was secretly wanting.
So now...
Bro Mothman is Rave Royale.
If you think about Marty, by using her opponent's thrown away topic and now using her respin, Rave's gotten like an extra 50% more topics from the wheel than her opponent.
Yes.
So, obviously the canvas, both artists have the same amount of time to cover it as much as they can. But both, I gotta think that opportunity is a pretty shrewd strategy to just get more of your thoughts out there onto the canvas, and we'll see if it works for her.
Yeah. I mean, with 3.5 minutes left in this match, we've seen a lot of artwork. It's very much a contrast to the prior bout between Red Erin and Stevie Speed. At this point in the match, in bout 1, we had a lot more sort of clear defined spaces. This feels a bit more like it is almost a graffiti jam with these two artists. There's a lot going on here. There are a lot of moments to take in. The question, of course, is if it will all pop out together. As we see both artists right now working in the top left corner, we've got Rave Royale's gorgeous Mothman up there in the top left, and in betwixt the legs of the Mothman is the head of one Jack Skellington, as I believe Wisteria's favorite movie is A Nightmare Before Christmas, the perfect Thanksgiving movie.
Yes, Marty. That is what's happening over there in the top left corner. It said a lot at the beginning of the match that they were both trying to be friends, because you get that feeling here on the canvas. I know we've got a winner, I know we've got a loser, but I think the real winner tonight is how great this canvas is turning out, Marty, because
yes,
we have a real interplay to this imagery that we don't always get, Marty. I mean, last bout was a great one, but by drawing that PlayStation cartridge so big right over there, and then just like that line just cutting it off, I mean, that's splitting up the canvas, Marty, and that's a tactic in its own right. Yes. But here we've got a lot more interplay, and a lot more relatively similar sense of scale that is really kind of uniting everything that we're seeing here on the canvas.
Agreed. And hey, here's to you sounding like someone's dad calling it a PlayStation 5 cartridge.
Yeah, what do you call it? What do you call
that would
jacket?
That would be a box, Ross.
Just a box.
That would be a box.
Really over-engineered that one, didn't I? So as the Mothmans get drawn over there in the bottom left corner, what started as the ghost with the most has now been turned into the Mothman.
Yes. Yeah, the moth with the most, if you will.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't say it a third time in this match.
That's true. If we mention him one more time, I'm stuck doing the voice the entire show.
That's right. And then also we all have to watch Birdman 3 times, which...
Yeah. Hey, it's a good movie.
It's a good movie, but that's a lot.
40 seconds remaining in this bout number 2 of 3. Don't forget, folks, one more bout to come as we've got Baron von Sexyful's return to the Super Hard Fight canvas with Bunny. Final
Bunny.
moments ticking by. Yes. Yeah, well, it's a person-on-person match. One-on-one. 18 seconds to go. Rave Royale adding moths everywhere. And we're getting tiny little Jack Skellingtons. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Caps on markers. That's an art fight. Excellent work from both competitors as the poll is on. I'm going to go ahead and chat first with our own nature goddess, Wisteria. Wisteria, very, very nice bout from you. You kicked it off with a little bit of Betelgeuse action here in the left-hand corner of the canvas. Gotta ask, are you a bigger fan of the film or the musical?
Oh, man.
Or the cartoon show.
For liking both for different reasons. I love the soundtrack of the musical a lot, but I love Winona Ryder even more.
That's fair. I love that era of Winona Ryder quite a lot as well, so I understand.
My dude, who doesn't love Winona Ryder in that? Or prime spooky, Erin is perfect. I love her.
It's pretty great. You did get JoJo's Average Adventure, and you tossed it away on your respin. Any reason in particular you threw that one away? I figure the Super Hard Fight audience full of JoJo heads that might have hurt you a little bit in voting.
It might have, but honestly, I don't know as much about JoJo as I wish I did. I really don't. So I don't think I would have done it any justice, genuinely.
Right on.
I would have frustrated people more trying to pretend like I know what I'm doing versus just admitting I can't on that one. I don't know the references. I know one reference. I'm sorry, I'm disappointing all the fans.
No, it's okay. We appreciate your openness and honesty. And someone who's always open and honest is Rave Royale. So I'm going to throw it to her with our dear friend, Ross. Ross!
Rave Royale, you got... Looks like you had a fun time. Was it as fun as it looked?
It absolutely was. And you know what? Just because she hasn't seen JoJo, we can watch it at the slumber party. I'm just saying. Now we have something to watch. Also, we could also reuse these stickers again, Wisteria. These are the gem ones, so we can just spirit gum it, and we could reuse them, so they don't have to get thrown away.
I'm here for it. I'm here for this. We're gonna have so much fun.
So much fun.
And Rave, outside of Little Shop of Horrors, do you have a favorite musical?
Oh gosh. For childhood nostalgia's sake, I'm going to say 1776 actually. Just because I grew up watching that every year for 4th of July. And that's one of my favorites, but Little Shop of Horrors is my ultimate favorite.
And both good ones. I can't get over the fact that Kit was somehow in 1776, but I'm good with it. how do we have a winner, Marty?
Let's find out. Producer Steve, if you please. Rave Royale takes the win here tonight with 59% of the vote. All counties reporting an excellent win here for Rave Royale. Rave Royale, anything you would like to say to the fine people watching at home?
Thank you so much for voting for me. I really appreciate it. Also, I want to give it to my amazing and stunning curly-haired competitor, the beautiful Wisteria. That was so much fun. I've been looking forward to this all week. So thank you for making this such an amazing and fun bout.
Yes, indeed. Rave Royale, where can people find you across the internet?
Well, I have a few Instagrams as an option. Pixel Ivy at Instagram, and then Pixel Ivy Art. If you want to check out my art, I fell off the bandwagon for my Pixel Ivy Artum, but I'm gonna get back on it at some point. And if you'd like to, I also stream 1 to 2 times a week on Twitch, also under Pixel Ivy.
Awesome. Very, very cool. Thank you, Rave Royale. And now with her opponent, Ross.
Yeah, my pleasure. Wisteria, first off, do you need a glass of water?
I'm good. I got one.
Oh, good. I'm very happy for you. How you feeling about that match? I mean, you made a friend, but you lost the bout.
You know what? Win or lose, at the end of the day, it only matters if you're having fun. And I had a ton of fun. Rave Royale is an amazing opponent. That was awesome.
Awesome. And with that, where can people find you on the internet?
You can mostly find me on Instagram at Dreamy Cactus Co, and that's the same on Twitter for me. And then if you're interested in like curly hair fun stuff, you can find me at Curly Cartoonist.
Okay, specifically if people like curly hair fun stuff.
Well, yeah, like I tips and product advice and stuff like that. It's like a
Ross, it sounds to me we are going to love this Instagram account.
Yes, you and I both in particular for all of our curly hair needs.
Tremendous. Well, Wisteria, Rave Royale, thank you so much for joining us here tonight as we get ready to roll on to our third and final bout of the night. But before we do that, holy crap, folks, we're back here next Saturday night, and it's time to run down what's going to be a part of the card next week. Producer Steve, if you please. In round robin tournament action, Red Erin and Bunny will throw down as Red Erin tries to get out of the lost columns. Shoujo Agogo on top 2-0 tries to throw down and continue that streak with Baron von Sexyful. And for the first time as a part of this online season, the fighting fanboy Mike Donahue pops up. He's colliding with 2 Drink Alex. It's a hell of a card next Saturday, November 14th. 8 p.m. Eastern, right here, twitch.tv/superartfight. Join us live and in person, and we're going to have to see how the records work out for both Bunny and Baron von Sexyful as we now get ready to roll on into the main event of the evening. Producer Steve, let's go big for this one. Thank you, sir. All right. Your main event tonight is part of the round robin tournament and is scheduled for 1 fall with a 20-minute time limit. I'd like to bring to the stage first, this man popped up, lost in a shocker in his first match here, went on his bye week last week, but he's back. Ladies and gentlemen, the owner of, at this point, maybe not the tightest, but certainly nearly the tightest pants at Super Hard Fight. This is Baron von Sexyful.
Hello there, Marty. How are you? It is I, Baron von Sexyful, and as you can see, I am full of these celebrations. I have my red, my whites, my blues. I've got my shoes. Oh, can you see them?
Sort of that background.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
I think
background
that looks
is
like the
something.
movie poster from Natural Born Killers, if I recall.
Oh, that hurts me to my very core. I am full of this celebration. I'm very, very happy. I don't have to hide in the shed anymore. So sad. I'm just happy to be here. And we have this wonderful music scene. I brought my ukulele. Some people play the ukulele. I play the ukulele.
Okay. Is your intent, Baron von Sexyful, to play the ukulele for us?
Oh, of course it is. I have something I'd love to say to everybody, and of course to my opponent, the bunny. Are you ready?
As I'll ever be.
Fair enough. Can you say the who for super art fight? The who for the new president? Ooh la la, yeah! The who for yours truly, Baron von Sexyful. Come watch me kick that little bunny booty. Yeah.
Marty is shocked and stunned. I don't know how to respond to that.
Well,
Marty, you want to try?
It was a toss-up between playing that and my song to you, Rossi Boo.
Yeah. Well, you made the right call. So,
to quote the chat, we should send this straight to Biden.
Yes, I think,
and that's how we get on a watch list right there. Ross, would you like to introduce Baron von Sexyful's opponent here tonight?
It would be my pleasure, Marty. Now, his opponent is an alien. She's from, as far as we know, space. Unclear if she's a freegan or not. We can be sure to ask her. But, ladies and gentlemen, question mark, exclamation point, %, it's Bunny!
Yay! That was a wonderful concert! Oh my god!
Thank you so much.
Single, do you have an EP?
It's on its way. I actually do.
Yeah, we can buy it. Do you have a band camp?
Bunny, it's so good to see you. How are things up in space?
You know, I'm hearing all of the noise. I'm hearing all the fireworks. I'm hearing all the pots and pans. I'm hearing all of like the YMCA. There's a lot of YMCA that's playing. I'm excited.
That's great. I thought in space nobody could hear you scream.
Like it comes through my my speakers.
Speakers, that would make sense.
Yes,
cool.
That's how sound works.
Yeah, it sure is. Bunny, are you happy? I mean, you're talking about hearing everyone else happy. How are you?
I'm extremely happy. I'm so happy that I brought my cat over here.
Oh, nice. And what's your cat's name?
It's Ripley.
Oh, nice. Fitting for an alien to have a cat named Ripley. Let me ask you this. Are you or are you not a freegan?
I don't know what that is, and I think you're attacking me.
I'm not attacking you. You're allowed to be a freegan or not. It is up to you as a personal choice.
I don't care to answer that about
you
where
got
I
it.
get my food.
Ross, I feel like this interview is going to uncomfortable places. So let's go ahead and roll on into this, our final bout of the evening. Producer Steve, if you will, please, let's throw up that canvas. 20 minutes on the clock. Once again, continuing on our theme of music here tonight. Baron von Sexyful going punk rock, while Bunny gets to pick it up on the canvas with a little bit of ska. It's Punk v Ska, the Warped Tour Throwdown, happening here in your main event tonight. We're gonna ask the artists if they're ready, and then we'll count down together 3, 2, 1, art fight. So, Baron von Sexyful, are you ready?
Yahoo!
Nothing more punk rock than a ukulele. Bunny, are you ready?
Seriously, do you have a Bandcamp address or something? I'm so ready.
I will take that as a yes.
I think he does. I think sexyful.bandcamp.com is actually where his EP is. So anyway, let's do this. 3, 2, 1, art fight. 20 minutes on the clock. Punk v Ska. This was an argument. I don't know what your middle school years were like, Ross, but this was an argument that was held many a time on the cafeteria table, or at the cafeteria table for me in middle school.
Marty, I think you know exactly what my high school was like, and the answer is I definitely had this debate many times. Yes, I did. I mean, I think the real question when debating punk v ska is why are we fighting amongst ourselves? Let's unite and just all go to Warped Tour.
Yeah. No disagreement here. Like I said, it is kind of the throwdown of all things Warped Tour. It was always sort of a punk or ska based festival. Some of the best bands, I feel, always sort of pulled together a bit of both options. And I know, Ross, you definitely land on the ska side of things. So you must be enjoying the very Boss Tones-esque bunny illustrated by Bunny in the center of the canvas there.
Yeah, we're getting a nice nice rude boy bunny there in the middle of the canvas, which I am here for. While meanwhile, our punk rock Baron von Sexyful drawing Baron von Sexyful on the canvas and smashing that guitar down, or, honestly, could be a ukulele. Unclear the scale at this point.
I believe I hear London calling in this your main event, Ross, as we have a clash of musical titans happening right here on the canvas.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's right. And already we've got our first, I guess you'd call it an attack, or maybe just more of a casualty, as it appears that shards of the guitar have just stabbed poor Bunny in the leg, the inner thigh, Marty, which can't be fun.
Yeah, that's some solid rabbit gunt action right there.
Oh, wow, Rabbit Gunt, by the way, a great punk ska band.
Yeah. Saw them with Mephistopheles back in the day.
Yeah, that's right. Didn't they do that Zelda ska cover?
Hey, that was at least one of the versions.
Of a Down?
That was at least one of the versions I downloaded off of Napster.
Yeah, exactly. And so as our Walt Jabsco appears there on the right-hand side, picking it up. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, Baron von Sexyful. What is coming out of his mouth, Marty?
It's a question I've asked many times. Producer Steve throwing out some strong comments in the lower right-hand corner of the canvas here. But yeah, I'm not quite sure. That appears to be some sort of horrible machination from the pen of Baron von Sexyful as it fires safety pins, very unsafe safety pins, across the center of the canvas into our ska rabbit over there on the right. I want to say ska bunny, but then that'd be confusing if it's not actually an illustration of Bunny. And now I'm seeing these lines come together.
Yeah, a bit of a checkerboard pattern, if you will.
Yeah, I guess we're going to go full Vans here as we are seeing this checkerboard come together, but Bunny will need to pick it up as we've got 1 minute to the first spinning of the Wheel of Death.
If we can quickly do an early check-in with our own referee, I just want to check in real fast. Referee Adam, how are you feeling about this canvas?
Oh, Ross, Marty, Art Fightians, let me just say from the bottom of my heart, I have never in my entire life been vibing with a canvas as much as I'm vibing right now. Right this second. I can't even right now. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Ref Adam. I'm just so happy we got some. Did he put
on different sunglasses? Something seems different.
Something seems different.
1 and 0. Wheel of Death spinning. Respins available, of course, for both artists. as what's a VTuber?
Yeah, what's a VTuber?
What's a VTuber goes to Baron von Sexyful while Bunny gets to draw your opponent as a Muppet. Baron von Sexyful, would you like a respin?
Abso-freaking-lutely.
And Bunny, would you like a respin or would you like to draw Baron von Sexyful as a Muppet?
I'm gonna keep this.
Keeping it. Tossing away VTubers Baron von Sexyful, but Baron von Sexyful gets to draw our savior, Gritty.
Oh, yes! I'm very, very excited.
This is going to be great. Two great topics for two great artists. And, oh, look at that! Bunny drawing her opponent as a Muppet and just shoves a whole hand up his butt. That is...
I think I'm done for the round.
Yeah, boom! Gosh, nailed it! Yeah.
Done and done.
Yeah, just throwing it down. While meanwhile, the glowing eyes of Gritty appear on the right-hand side from the pen of Baron von Sexyful.
Without having more details, Ross, it basically looks like if you had the image of Oscar the Grouch burnt into your retinas and then you closed your eyes and you just saw like that negative image.
I was going to say it looks like Oscar the Grouch and Dormammu had a baby.
Oscar, I've got...
I'd watch that.
That is Dormammu from the Doctor Strange comics.
Yes.
He's generally drawn looking kind of like what you see on your screen.
Oscar, I've come to bargain. That's what I meant to say and giggled out. I will say right now, what started as a checkerboard pattern, which thank you to Saddest Arcade in the chat that did not know this about the checkerboard pattern. It's actually a sign for racial equality. Did not know this. But I will say the way it's laid out, it kind of makes it look like a film strip right now on this.
Yeah,
canvas.
a little bit. It is known as a sign for racial equality, but also it was a type of tape that was used to decorate scooters in Japan in the UK during the second wave of ska.
In the UK.
Yeah, that's right. So as that all comes together on the canvas, we've got a whole arm covered in other Muppet tattoos. And I believe that's Kermit and like the derpiest Rolf I've ever seen. And I truly mean this as a compliment. That is, I love this Rolf. He's just so happy to be there.
I think what you're seeing in real time, folks, is Ross is deciding what his sleeve tattoo will be.
Yeah, you're damn right I am. Just gonna be all Muppets all the time. Meanwhile, Gritty appearing on the right-hand side, shooting from his mouth. Is that batteries, Marty?
If there is a projectile that speaks to Philadelphia, it is the battery. Little known fact, and by little known, I mean very known fact, the fine people of Philadelphia...
Hold on, Marty. I gotta interject here.
Santa Claus.
Because it appears that Bunny just realized that she miscounted her checkerboards and has to fit in one more in order to make it a pattern. Okay, never mind. She got it. She got it figured out. Okay. It's a little bit of a squish, and she thinks we won't notice. We noticed. What were you saying about batteries?
I can math real great.
It did, and I love it.
I was explaining that the fine people of Philadelphia, that's where we're calling from now on. The fine people of Philadelphia threw batteries at Santa Claus. This is a true story.
Wait. I thought they punched Santa Claus and they threw batteries at someone else. No, I think you're mixing metaphors.
You know what, Ross? I think odds are good they just did both.
No, all the memes going around the last couple days as everyone's waiting for the election results and all about Gritty, about Philly, about this and that. I did not know about the punching Santa Claus thing. That was a new one for me. I asked my Philly friends and they weren't quite familiar with it too until seeing that. But yeah, that's a thing that
10,
happened.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Two brand new topics. Baron von Sexyful doesn't have a respin left. Bunny still has one in the chamber. Baron von Sexyful gets the saddest little pumpkin, while Bunny gets cats. All caps. Bunny, would you like a respin, or are you gonna keep them kitty cats?
I'm gonna keep the cats.
All right, keeping the cats is Bunny, while Baron von Sexyful gets to draw the saddest little pumpkin. Not to be confused with sad rapper Lil Pump.
Yeah, keep the cat is screenwriting 101, Marty. Anyone will tell you that. Now, one thing that I find very interesting here on this canvas is we've got Baron von Sexyful as a Muppet. We've got the arm that turns him into the Muppet. We don't have the rest of the torso that connects to the arm that connects to the Muppet. So, he's a Muppet, yes, for sure. But unclear whose arm it is. And for Art Fight,
the answer is Frank Oz, Ross. It's gotta be Frank Oz.
I'm here for that. But in Art Fight, medium that allows so much at any point for an artist to take anything you leave open and turn it into something else, that seems like a pretty wide opening for either artist to come in and turn that into something else, or just to complete that thought, if you will.
Donnie.
But here on the canvas, we've got our saddest little pumpkin in the bottom right. Really sad, Marty.
Yes, very, very, very sad. Extremely sad. As are most pumpkins, pretty much right after Halloween. They become absolute shit shows by Thanksgiving. We'll see how that plays out as we've got 8 minutes and change. I did want to check in real quick with our own ref, Adam. You got some shout outs to some follows and some subscribers?
Marty, Ross, Art Fam, absolutely. We have all the shout outs here. Again, thank you to Ron, XNV, Critical Bob for the follows, and another 3-month sub from our very own It's the Los, our very own Ross Scott here with 5 months, and a regular in the chat, the Foul One at 7 months. Thank you all so much. We love everything you do. We love it when you guys pick it up. I think that's really all it comes down to. Because I'm just seeing a bunch of ska love in the chat. We got the Smooths, Goldfinger, Op Ivy, Prince, Buster, Less Than Jake, Pie Tasters, EST, getting all the love in the chat. I'm definitely not biased. May the better person who's representing ska win this bout. Thank you very much. I'm out. I love all of you. Have a great night.
Yeah, all right. Super unbiased advice from Ref Adam. We really appreciate that. Also, we're now getting the Aquabats reference down there in the bottom right.
Mm-hmm. Yes, very nice. A little bit of Aquabats down there in the lower right.
Or, dare I say, the Aqua Cats, Marty.
Well, you dare. Doesn't mean I like it. And then we are getting one of the cats from Cats. Ross, I saw it popped up on HBO Max. I still have not watched the film version of Cats.
Marty, you and I really are due to watch a movie together over Zoom.
Yeah, we did not get to make Money Plane work out the way I wanted. Perhaps it'll be Cats.
You should know this about Cats. They modeled all of their legs after mine. My CG legs are fabulous. Them Cats.
All right, I'll keep that in mind and try not to think about it. So as our batteries get a little more detailed as they go across the canvas,
they're sexy cell batteries.
Yeah, and also our cat coming in from the heavy side layer. Which I don't. Is that a Photoshop thing?
No, that's a Cat's thing, Ross.
Oh, okay. Also a Photoshop thing?
It might be.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking of adjustment layers.
5 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in this, your main event of the night. Baron von Sexyful and Bunny have been going toe to toe. The final spins of the Wheel of Death coming at you in just a few moments. There's still a lot of empty space, especially in that left-hand side. We have to see how it comes together. And we're at 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Final spins. Baron von Sexyful gets wild mushrooms while Bunny gets super art fight the next generation, but Bunny has that respin still. Bunny, do you want to keep super art fight the next generation, or do you want to toss it away?
Get a respin, please.
Taking the respin right at the end is Bunny. So we get wild mushrooms from Baron von Sexyful in red. Bunny in black gets your opponent is sus.
Okay.
All right, so as Bunny goes to work on an Among Us sus thing somehow, we're going to get our wild mushrooms from Baron von Sexyful. But just before we spun the wheel, we did get down below. Bunny drawing in the Philly fanatic down below, playing both his own nose / a trumpet. And that looks to be, I think I would officially like to add trumpet to the list of things that artists don't really like to draw or get the details right. Trumpets, bicycles, horses, and cars. That's my 4.
Yes, and I would like to remind Baron von Sexyful, as he illustrates that mushroom, that we would like to keep our channel on Twitch.
It will be a very tasteful booty, I promise.
God. As now it does appear that there's something very sus among us.
Yeah, let's hope that butt just isn't a shiitake.
Stop taking my jokes, dude.
Okay, so our Among Us appearing right next to it, and this is Bunny's second time drawing her opponent into the canvas. First as a Muppet, and now drawing her opponent as an Among Us character, complete with tiny ukulele. I assume that's a ukulele. It kind of looks like an 8 with a stick at the top, but you know what? That's basically what a ukulele looks like. Let's be honest.
No, I'm with you on that one, Ross. That's definitely the vibe that it has.
Yeah. Well, meanwhile, our mushroom on the left-hand side. With this many, we've got 2 mascots here. We've got the Fanatic and Gritty. It just makes me start to read other cartoons on the canvas as mascots, and I really want now this deranged mushroom on the left-hand side to be like a minor league team mascot.
No, he's the guy that streaks across the field. Come on now.
All right, the guy that streaks across the field.
Gone wild.
Yeah, well, he's having a time of it. That is for sure.
2 minutes remaining in this, your main event. Baron von Sexyful coming into this 0-1. Bunny coming in 1-0. How will this play out? Will Baron von Sexyful continue the losing streak? Will Bunny continue her winning ways? We will find out in just a minute and change.
And now we're getting some shading on that booty.
I do love that ska pattern on the Among Us spaceman.
Yeah,
there on the left-hand side of the canvas.
For a second there, I was starting to remember I haven't done a crossword puzzle in a while.
Are you a big New York Times Sunday edition guy?
Oh no. Oh, not at all. But every once in a while, you never know. But this is also reminding me I need to watch The Queen's Gambit.
I've been meaning to watch that as well. Every single time I load up Netflix, it's the big thing at the top.
That's right. So as our sus drawing comes together, we've got more mushrooms appearing on the left from Baron von Sexyful.
48
Marty,
seconds to go.
When you look at this canvas, do Gritty's eyes just follow you?
Yes, I seem to have absolutely no way to escape the eyes of Gritty, as they are strong, they are powerful, and they are ever present. If there's anything from tonight's show, a show that has had a ton of crazy and wild moments, Gritty's eyes are the ones that are going to be popping up in my brain as I try to spin down tonight and go to bed.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be something that keeps me up at night, Marty. Just the eyes of Gritty staring deeply into my soul while the Philly fanatic tries to make it okay. And really, I just want to see the two of them in a buddy cop comedy. Oh, and we are out of time.
Yes, indeed. Main event has wrapped up, and now we need to find out through you, the fine folks at home, who won this match.
So I just wanted to share. I don't know if you can see it, but I actually have this sexy cell battery.
Wow, that is a piece of super art fight history there. For those who don't
to Philadelphia,
yes.
I took it and threw it in the crowd.
Yes, you did throw a battery at the Philadelphia crowd. Very, very
That'll
nice.
show them.
Yeah.
Fun fact, that was the only time we ever played Philadelphia.
Yes.
Not
We'd love to do it again.
Back after that.
We'd love to do it again sometime.
You're damn right we would.
In the future. Now, Ross, if you would please chat with our own Baron.
Yeah, Baron von Sexyful. Yeah. How long you been playing the ukulele?
Since this afternoon. There, Rossi Poo. We thank you. Suck.
This is an all ages show.
Suck. How are you doing, Rossi Poo? I know you've heard that.
I'm doing great. I was going to ask you more things about the bout, but I think we need to turn it over. Well, okay, one quick one. Favorite thing you got to draw?
Gritty's eyes and some fungal booty.
Fungal booty. Yeah, there's a cream for that. There is a cream for fungal booty.
Yeah, it smells wonderful.
Yeah, or just a lot of butter is helpful.
And then a nice pan.
Yeah. Marty, you wanna check in with Bunny?
Yes, before we do, though, I did want to very, very quickly say, ladies and gentlemen, a VTuber is a virtual YouTuber. Thank you. Bunny, heck of a bout here tonight, throwing down with Baron von Sexyful. Not your first time colliding with him on the art fight canvas. You had a very, very good run, but you threw one topic away right toward the end. Super Art Fight, the next generation. I got to ask, what do you have against Picard and his possible insertion into Super Art Fight Ephemera?
To be honest, I wasn't thinking about it in the sense of Star Trek because I'm always in space, and that's just I'm more about Earth content, planetary needs, grounds.
Fair. Makes total sense to me. I'm absolutely for it. I did want to ask you though, was there anything in particular that you drew that you really loved here tonight?
I really was proud of my ska bunny, and now he's a ska pumpkin bunny, and that's even better. Thank you, Baron.
You're welcome.
Well, in a very, very, very close match to wrap up the night, we have a victor. Producer Steve, if you please. Bunny takes the victory as Bunny continues her winning ways, goes 2-0, tied for the top with Shoujo Agogo 3 weeks into this round robin tournament. A hell of a win. Bunny, anything you'd like to say to the folks watching at home?
I just want to say thank you to all the Among Us YouTube videos that I watch so that I know how to make people sus.
All right. Anywhere that people can follow you online, Bunny?
You can follow me online at Twitter and Instagram at Owlian, spelled with an owl and then 2 Y's and an N.
Very, very nice. And with the loser to this evening, Baron von Sexyful, it's my dude Ross. Ross.
Yeah, Baron von Sexyful. Man, for a guy that's got a winning record so much, you're coming off of now 2 losses. What do you think it is that's going on with you?
No, Ross. I think people are afraid of too much of this. There's so much. And I understand resistance to all of this. I mean, it can be intoxicating to so many that I understand they want something a little bit more vanilla. Which, if you know anything about vanilla flavor, we get it from the beaver's anal glands to get the flavor of the vanilla. So it's okay that people like the vanilla.
Okay, I truly don't know how to respond to anything you just said. Do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Also, I am looking into getting my own place. That is not the shed behind Mr. Bracco's house. I would like to plug his site. It's his Etsy site, spaghettikiss.etsy.com. But that is all. Other than that, I just want to say, hooray for America!
Yes, America.
Wahoo! Wahoo!
You know, Yahoo is not a sponsor.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is when we get sued by Verizon for that.
By America?
America is very litigious. Let's just call that out. Wow, what an amazing bout. Thank you to both of our artists for an amazing time, for an amazing bout. We'll see you both in the weeks to come. Marty.
Yes.
3 bouts down, 3 more in the can. We've seen a lot of upsets.
Yeah.
What do you have to say?
This tournament has been full of surprises, and I've no doubt, Ross, that the 3 episodes rather to come will be just as ridiculous and wild as this one. Although I'm pretty sure they're going to start on time. Before we do wrap up, though, this is our opportunity to plug ourselves. You can see me across the internet on Twitter and Instagram at BlastORama, and that's with a 0. You can see me. You can see my blog at blast-o-rama.com, and I do a weekly pro wrestling podcast, the Rough House Podcast, available where all fine podcasts are sold. And Ross, anything you'd like to plug?
Yeah, if you want to follow me, probably the best place to do it is on Twitter at Rosscott. I'll be honest, I don't know. I have not said a lot of interesting things in a very long time, but I'm feeling a little more like an urge to be on the internet now than I have for the last 4 years. So we'll see if that turns around. But if you're as excited as we are feeling about this election and you want to do more, it's not all over yet. In fact, with the Georgia runoff, there's a lot to do. I know there's generally a lot of like, go and support the candidates. And I like these 2 candidates. So by all means, you can go support them. But I think a better use of your time and energy is to go and support Fair Fight. That is Stacey Abrams' organization that is working to get the voter turnout in Georgia. That I think is worth way more of your time and energy and resources. So fairfight.com, go check that out. That is good stuff. And let's take all of this excitement and energy and turn it into action that means that we never have to worry about stressing this much the next time.
Yes. For us here at Super Art Fight in general, Thursday night, we will be back with another episode of Super Art Fantasy. We will continue on with another episode of Super Art Fight Online next Saturday, the 14th, 8 p.m. Eastern. I want to say thank you to all of this evening's artists: Stevie Speed, Red, Erin, Wisteria, Rave Royale, Bunny, and Baron von Sexyful. Thank you to producer Steve in the booth. Thank you to Ref Adam in SAF Chapter 3, and for everyone here at Super Art Fight, for myself, Marty Day, for my dear friend Ross Nover, I want to say thank you for spending your evening with us. We're gonna get through it, everybody. We really truly are. And until next time, continue to wear a mask, take care of yourselves, and be awesome. Stick around. We're gonna raid a channel with a whole bunch of awesome folks, so see you in a few.